277. Let's take a look now at the top stories for this afternoon. Minority in Parliament announces plans to file a private members' bill to amend the Gold Board Act, citing inefficiencies in its current operations. Public Utilities Regulatory Commission reduces electricity charges by 4.81% and water tariffs by 3.6% for the second quarter of the year. And later on, Good Afternoon Ghana, we will be engaging the ranking member on the Trade and Industry Committee of Parliament, Michael Ochre-Berfi, on the new Customs Artificial Intelligence Systems. This and many more coming up. Stay tuned. Welcome back, and these are the details. The Minority Leader Alexander Kwamena Afenyo-Markin has reaffirmed the Minority Caucus Committee commitment to supporting key economic drivers, including the Ghana Employers Association, as part of efforts to promote sustainable growth and accountability in governance. He noted that as a critical check on executive power, the minority remains dedicated to advancing reforms and amplifying the concerns of stakeholders to foster a more resilient economy.
Minority Caucus, led by Alexander Kwamena Afenyo-Markin, held a meeting with the leadership of the Ghana Employers Association to strengthen institutional collaboration. The engagement focused on understanding challenges facing employers and exploring constructive solutions to enhance Ghana's economic development. The minority leader had this to say.
And we also acknowledge the fact that you serve as an authoritative voice of Ghanaian employers in national labor market negotiations, tripartite social dialogue process, and international employer body engagement, including the ILO and the International Organization of Employers. Your mandate is very clear: human resource policy, industrial relation, workplace safety, wages and compensation framework, and the regulatory environment governing employment. We, the caucus, play a critical role in parliamentary system as a check on executive power.
The president of the Ghana Employers Association, Dr. Emmanuel Edusakode-Efriye, expressed appreciation for the visit, highlighting concerns around VAT and other policy areas requiring review.
We believe that this meeting is in the right direction, and indeed, we are very happy that you are here, and we look forward to a very fruitful discussion with you. We started last year. We had meetings regarding the new labor law, and there was a lot of uproar from the employers. Of course, there's always a pull and tug between the labor and employers, and we hope that
The minority in Parliament has accused the government of lifting the ban on cement imports, a move it says is undermining local manufacturers. The caucus maintains that the previous New Patriotic Party administration restricted imports and shut down factories producing substandard cement to protect the local industry. Speaking at a meeting with the Ghana Employers Association, ranking member on the Trade and Industry Committee, Michael Ochre-Berfi, criticized the current National Democratic Congress government over the decision.
Doing a lot. We are checking the Chinese. We know we closed down Su Cement. You remember that when they were.
No, you mean when we were in office? Yes, you clarify. Now you are in opposition.
When we were in government, we closed down Su Cement. We closed down Empire Cement. These companies came back when NDC got back to power. So it means that we were trying to support you so that they will not spoil the system, create problems for the system. But NDC has come now to open the space again. When we brought restrictions, we intentionally restricted the importation of cement and even establishment of cement companies in Ghana. But now they've opened the same again for companies to come in.
More stories on the minority, and the minority once again in Parliament has announced plans to file a private members' bill to amend the Gold Board Act, citing inefficiencies in its current operations. The caucus claims that under the existing arrangement, every $10 million released by the Bank of Ghana to the gold board for gold purchases results in an estimated 15% loss, while the government is also compelled to pay bonuses to gold dealers to curb smuggling. Speaking during an engagement with the Ghana Employers Association, ranking member on Parliament's Economy and Development Committee, Kojo Opon Nkrumah, indicated that future NPP government would pursue broader reforms if the proposed amendment fails to address the issue.
Offered a lot of suggestions that, listen, this program, we started it, we know the loopholes, we know the gaps. For example, don't mix the role of the regulator with the role of the trader, because if you do, you may end up funding regulatory functions in ways that you shouldn't. We also offered various suggestions, including the definition of what they called hoarding, part of which affects, jewelers. Some of those bits of advice were listened to, but in the end, a good chunk of it was literally all thrown away. And that is how come you are left with this one. So now the government is having to, as part of regulatory functions, pay a bonus to the gold dealers so that they don't smuggle the gold. But if you're going to have to pay a bonus to discourage people from smuggling, you're going to lose money. And that's how come, as Leader was mentioning, the government is now admitting that for every $10 million that the Bank of Ghana releases to Gold Board to go and buy gold for them, 15% of it doesn't come back. It goes into all sorts of charges, handling charges, assaying charges, bonus and other things. So there are a number of things that are, in our view, very wrong with the current structure. We have proffered some views already. Those views have not been taken. We are happy to take your input, even as at now. And if it is possible for us to come by private members' bill to get amendments, we will explore that. If we cannot do it by a private members' bill and we have to wait for the next MPP administration to make those corrections, then we'll make those corrections. But what we can assure you is that this exercise, which was started on the watch of the MPP, we learned a lot of lessons from it. We are seeing the mistakes that are being made. And at the next opportune moment, we will do our best to make sure that those corrections are done to serve the interest of particularly private sector operators like jewelers and others in the value chain.
And away from that, President John Dramani Mahama has called on Ghanaians to be patient with the government anti-corruption drive, Operation Recover or Loot, stressing that thorough investigations are necessary to secure convictions. He also addressed procurement concerns raised by investigative reports and declined comments on the possible extradition of the former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta.
At a presidential dialogue with civil society organizations, President John Dramani Mahama acknowledged public pressure for swift action on corruption cases. He urged patience, emphasizing that due process is critical to ensure justice and secure lasting convictions.
If we were in an unconstitutional government and I had unlimited powers, all the people against whom allegations have been made, I'd have arrested them, put them in a sawam, and ask them to prove that they are innocent. But when you have the rule of law, they are innocent until proven guilty. We must, if we are true Democrats and we believe in our Constitution, we must have the patience to go through the process.
The president warned that rushing investigations could lead to poorly prepared cases being dismissed in court. He explained that oral was designed to follow legal procedures thoroughly, not to deliver immediate arrests.
Investigations take time. And I tell people, better to investigate properly and take a well-prepared case to court than to be moved by the pressures of the public and saying, we want to hurry and build a docket that you go and the judge throws out.
President Mahama also addressed procurement concerns raised by investigative reports from the Fourth Estate. Allegations of irregular contract award under the Big Push infrastructure program prompted the president to direct the Minister for Roads and Highways to provide a detailed response.
would all agree that open, transparent tenders are always preferable for achieving competitive pricing and value for money. Although we've seen snippets of the investigation from the media, I've instructed my office to obtain the full detailed report from the Fourth Estate and to conduct a study of the various allegations presented in the report.
He stressed that while sole sourcing is legally permitted in specific cases, it must not be default. Plans are underway to amend the Public Procurement Act and establish an independent value for money office to strengthen oversight and accountability. On the possible extradition of former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, President Mahama declined comment, saying the matter is being handled through legal and international channels.
I cannot comment on the extradition because it's in a different jurisdiction and I have no control of it. All I know is that Ghana has put in an extradition request, and so we just have to be patient for the laws to play out in that jurisdiction.
And Ghana's Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Okudzeto-Ablakwa, has been talking and has announced a clear change in the country's diplomatic priorities, stressing the urgent need for unconditional return of looted cultural artifacts and the establishment of a coordinated international system for reparations following a landmark resolution passed on March 25th. Speaking to the media and members of the diplomatic community earlier today, the minister underscored that the call for reparatory justice goes beyond monetary compensation, but rather about restoring cultural heritage and addressing the deep-rooted structures of systematic racism.
Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, it has not been an easy journey. The naysayers and skeptics were many. But we give glory to the Almighty for His abundant mercy and His grace for seeing us through and bringing us to this historic moment. Reparations are not only about what is transferred materially, but about what kind of world is built through them. A world shaped by equity, historical honesty, trust, and shared responsibility. As part of efforts to remedy the crimes of slavery, the resolution strongly advocates for the prompt and unhindered restitution of cultural properties, objects that monuments, museum pieces, artifacts, manuscripts, documents, and national archives that are of spiritual, historical, cultural, or other value to countries of origin without charge.
Away from that, the Municipal Chief Executive for Infansiman, Eric Stanley Akwa, has expressed immense relief following Parliament's ratification of Atlantic Lithium deal. He announced a series of activities to celebrate the decision, which he believes will turn things around in the municipality.
Stanley Akwa began by commending the legislative body for their efficiency, noting that sticking to the 21-day parliamentary procedure has saved the area from brewing unrest. For the MCE, this is a personal victory as he has been self-funding the welfare of displaced farmers who are on the verge of demonstrating due to delayed compensations.
Lithium people were here on a condition that the affected lithium people were trying to stage, demonstration and all of that on the clarion call that, their lives have been stored for quite too long. They are not receiving any compensations, nothing. So we had to, summon them for them to come for us to just judge on the best pathways.
Beyond the compensation issues, the MCE believes the project is a catalyst for a total economic overhaul of the Infantiman municipality and the famous Mankesi markets.
Other jurisdictions where mining, takes place, usually it becomes a case. But in our case, because of the arrangement that is, put in place and all of that, you believe, and I also know that the President of the Republic of Ghana, in whose capacity I'm serving as MCE, do not tolerate any act of impunity. That because you have received the ratification, you are coming to do anything at all.
The MCE also highlighted the fiscal benefits, noting that the company's operations will significantly boost the Assembly's internally generated funds, allowing for more local development projects.
We're going to boom our IGF. It is going to expand it, in higher proportions. Of course, they will pay what we call BOP, business operating permits, IGF will boom, and there will be a lot of facilities. I am telling you that even before this ratification, Lithium has been so helpful.
With the ratification now complete, the Infantaman municipality expects Atlantic Lithium to begin the disbursement of compensation to affected farmers immediately, bringing an end to the long wait for the local community.
Now is the time for all of us, everyone here, to get, a job opportunity to explore. Infantaman is more or less becoming more commercial than it is before.
Now let's take a look at the weather, as the Ghana Meteorological Agency has issued a weather alert warning of thunderstorms and possible flooding across several parts of the country, as two rainstorms forming along the borders of Togo and Benin are expected to merge and move into Ghana.
In a statement issued on Tuesday, March 31, Ghana Meteorological Agency indicated that the weather system, combined with locally developed rain-bearing clouds, is likely to trigger thunderstorms or rainfall of varied intensity from the afternoon into the night. The agency says the coastal, middle, transition, and parts of the northern sectors will be affected. It further warned that low-lying areas remain vulnerable to flooding, with strong winds also expected to accompany the storms. Forecasts show that between 4 p.m. and 8 p.m., areas such as Ho, Jasikai, Pandai, Dabai, Salaga, Tamale, Kumase, Obuase, and Nkoko are likely to experience rainfall. Between 7 p.m. and 1 a.m., the storm is expected to extend to coastal areas, including Accra, Pram, Ashaman, Aflao, and Ibri. From 9 p.m. to 3 a.m., the rains are projected to affect Sunyane, Winneba, Cape Coast, Takwa, and Axim. GMET is urging the public, especially residents in flood-prone communities, to take precautionary measures as the weather system moves across the country.
And away from that, utility consumers across Ghana will begin paying less for electricity and water from today, April 1st. Following a tariff reduction announced by the Public Utilities Regulatory Commission, PURC, the commission said electricity charges have been reduced by 4.81%, while water tariffs have also been cut by 3.6% for the second quarter of the year.
In a statement, the PURC explained that the adjustments take effect immediately as part of its routine quarterly tariff review process. According to the Commission, the review reflects key developments within the economy over the period. These include movements in the exchange rate between the Ghana cedi and the US dollar, the domestic inflation rate, the electricity generation mix, and the cost of fuel, mainly natural gas, used in thermal power generation. The PURC noted that the adjustments are in line with its mandate to ensure that utility tariffs remain responsive to prevailing economic conditions. Meanwhile, to support Ghana's transition to cleaner energy, the Commission has introduced a new tariff regime for commercial electric vehicle charging. This marks the first introduction of such pricing in Ghana and is aimed at encouraging the shift toward cleaner and more sustainable energy use.
And still looking at the prices for goods and services, airline passengers in Ghana are set to pay more for tickets from today as government rolls out a new airport infrastructure development levy on domestic, regional, and international flights.
The new levy is expected to push up fares across both domestic and international routes. Under the directive, domestic passengers will pay an additional 100 cedis in flights within Ghana. For regional travel, passengers will pay an extra $35 for one-way tickets and $70 for return trips. International travelers will also be affected with a $50 surcharge on one-way tickets and $100 added to return fares. Government says the levy is necessary to address infrastructure gaps in the aviation sector. Revenue generated will be used to fund key projects, including a concourse linking Terminals 2 and 3 at the Kotoka International Airport, a 2,000 capacity car park at Terminal 3, and rehabilitation works at regional airports. An aviation expert, Sean Mendes, has supported the move, warning that Ghana must either increase airport charges or risk placing financial strain on the system. However, some industry players have raised concerns that the levy could make Ghana's airports one of the most expensive in the region and reduce its competitiveness. Others have also questioned how the policy aligns with an ECOWAS directive urging member states to reduce air transport taxes to improve regional connectivity. Passengers are being advised to expect higher ticket prices as the levy takes effect. The increase also comes amid rising aviation fuel costs linked to tensions in the Middle East, further impacting airline pricing. According to the Board of Airline Representatives in Ghana, the country could run among the top 3 in Africa with the highest airport charges if the levy is fully implemented. The development raises concerns about affordability and Ghana's competitiveness in the regional and global aviation markets.
And on environmental issues, Director of Environment at the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, Dr. Peter Derry, says the government, through the ministry, has put in adequate measures to fast-track legislation seeking to ban the use of single-use plastics in the country in order to help address the menace of plastic pollution. He made the remarks during a stakeholder engagement on plastic waste management and environmental sustainability.
The dialogue, which was facilitated by Praxis Africa with Metro TV as media partner, witnessed top government officials, environmental advocates, media practitioners, among others, converge to discuss ways of achieving a zero plastic economy and protection of the environment. The event forms part of a series of activities in commemorating International Zero Waste Day. Speaking on the sidelines of the event, Director of Environment at the Ministry of Environment, Science and Technology, Dr. Peter Derry, says government will ensure strict compliance of responsibilities imposed on producers of plastic products for the entire life cycle of their products.
All those issues will have to be ironed out properly so that the legislation becomes very acceptable to everyone, so that its implementation will be smooth. That's how come we are taking a little more time to finalize the legislation. But like I said, we are not waiting to finish the legislation before we put other things in place. That's why we are developing the e-registry and also other systems. For example, we've also come out with a circular economy framework which will also support that process.
Country Director for Praxis Africa, Ojegu Koranchi Wuntumi II, called for enhanced education on plastic waste management.
The immediate thing we have to do as a country is education and awareness dimension of what we are talking about. Because if the people don't have knowledge, they perish. So I believe that if someone knows that if I do this, I do A, B, C, D, it is not going to help. I don't think anybody is happy seeing fishermen going to fish plastic bags instead of fish.
Managing Director for Ignite Media Group, Klaus von Bakustein, reiterated the media group's commitment to championing a sustainable environment.
You know, we belong to the Zoomlion family, just one group of companies, and sanitation is in our DNA. You know, Just Pond is the biggest player in this space, and so we are heavily engaged in all the conversations around sanitation and waste management, environment and sanitation. So we have rolled out a lot of activities, including this one. We'll also be having a series of conferences on waste management and the environment.
And away from plastic waste, students of the University of Ghana, in collaboration with the Ghana Health Service, have carried out a corporate social responsibility project at Chroma 7 School in Teshi, Nungwa. The initiative, dubbed Stay Hygienic, was designed to educate pupils on the importance of personal hygiene and promote healthy habits among them.
Cleanliness, they say, is next to godliness, and healthy environments make healthy citizens. It is for these reasons that students of University of Ghana embark on a campaign dubbed Stay Hygienic. To Nungwa Chroma 7 Basic School in Akrowo Municipal Assembly, resource person Millicent Apia educated the pupils on proper hygiene, including guidance for young girls on managing personal care during their menstrual cycle. She also demonstrated effective hand washing techniques to help prevent the spread of germs.
Monthly period. How often are we supposed to change our sanitary pads? Yes? 5 times or 4 times? Don't say A. I will tell you why I'm saying don't say A. 5 times or 4 times? Any other? It depends on how you bleed. It depends on your flow. You shouldn't let the sanitary pad get too soaked. Blood is one of the highest medium of transmitting infections. Even though it is your own blood, yes, still, it is not good. That is why it is what? Coming out. So it is not good for you to keep it there for long. Ideally, in less than 12 hours, you should change.
Mamiya Achia, a communications specialist, emphasized the critical role on hygiene in promoting good health, especially among young students. She explained that their decision to visit the school was driven by the need to address ongoing water challenges, which have made it difficult for students to maintain proper sanitation.
As part of our mandate and commitment to giving back to society, we decided to visit the school and educate and sensitize them on the importance of personal hygiene. Now, one thing we also realize is that the school doesn't have access to water, and so the children actually urinate around. And so we decided to connect some tubes from the polytank to the washroom so that they can have access to the washroom as well. We are excited to be here because we can see that this is something that the children have been struggling for a very long time, and so it's a solution that we gave them, and they are all excited.
The initiative is already making a positive impact, equipping pupils with knowledge to improve their health and well-being.
Let's turn our attention now to alternative medicine, and Ghana's government has expressed commitment to promoting alternative herbal medicine use, recognizing it as a primary source of healthcare for many Ghanaians. Deputy Government Spokesperson Shamima Muslim, speaking on the subject, emphasized the need for continued research and investment in the sector.
Deputy Government Spokesperson Shamima Muslim was speaking at the West African Traditional and Alternative Medical Award, urged traditional medicine operators to uphold new global standards, highlighting the industry's potential beyond Ghana's borders. She said government is committed to promoting alternative herbal medicine use as a primary healthcare source, emphasizing the need for research and investment in the sector.
The government of Ghana recognizes the critical role that the traditional and alternative medicine sector plays in our national healthcare system. It is estimated that a significant proportion of our population relies on traditional medicine as a primary source of healthcare. This reality underscores the need for continued research and investment, regulation, and also the integration of the sector into mainstream healthcare delivery. It also calls for us to uphold new global standards should we want to export this industry beyond our borders.
Director for Technical Coordination at the Ministry of Health, Dr. Hafiz Adams Taher, said the health sector is operating a 24-hour service delivery and would require the inclusion of alternative medicine to transform the sector.
The Ministry of Health recognizes and appreciates the immense contribution of traditional and alternative medicine practitioners, particularly in expanding access to health in many of our communities. Your work complements the national healthcare system and contributes significantly to our collective goal of achieving universal health coverage. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, as part of the government's broader vision for national development, the 24-hour economy policy presents a strategic opportunity to transform multiple sectors, including healthcare.
It's time for some football now, as Ghana national team Black Stars coach Otto Addo has been sacked following massive calls from citizens after losses to Australia and Germany. Former managing news editor of the Inside newspaper, Kwesi Pratt Jr., expressed shock at the development, describing it as a reckless move.
I am completely shocked, absolutely shocked, that the football authorities, the sports authorities, waited until it was 75 days to the World Cup before deciding to dismiss the coach. This for me is an indication that the problem cannot be the coach. The problem is the whole administration of football. You understand?
Yes, sir.
How come that they discovered only 75 days to this major tournament that the coach was bad? And the coach has been around for how long? So this speaks to a major problem with football administration. And I think that it's important for us to focus properly, to remove the focus from the coach to football administration generally in our country.
Right.
Listen, a coach has to deal with many things. One of the things that a coach has to deal with is the technical skills of the players. You understand?
Right.
In addition to that, the coach has to understand the temperament of the players. Their emotional build-up and so on. The coach has to have an idea, about the social, economic, psychological and other problems of the players.
Right.
You're not going to feel the player who is in the midst of bereavement. You may not want to feel the player who is in the midst of bereavement, or a player whose children have failed the paternity test and so on. All kinds of things goes into the selection of players and their deployment. I am not sure that a new coach can grasp all of these different variants in 71 days. It is impossible. He has to be a magician. You understand? So this decision to change the coach, even if he was the worst coach in the world, 75 days before a tournament is reckless in the extreme. And I want to put that on record. I think this is a particularly reckless move. You understand?
And that's it for the afternoon news. Good afternoon, Ghana continues after the break.
The ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2- and 3-bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Hey, Bunty, why you there? Wallahi, today you go give me my money.
Oh, my guy, what's up?
Oba unze midini na dede baby. Scano saying 500 cities per. Ah.
I see. Level don't change. But to show me the way.
But there's some sorry, Manua. Talk to me.
¿Quieres ganar dinero?
Huh?
Cash.
Yes, cash.
Let me show you the easy way to make money with One Shot.
Visit the Wanna Own website at wannaown.us. Sign up with your phone number and get ready to play. Select games on the homepage and then select One Shot game. Deposit to make an entry, then pick a number from 0 to 99. If your number comes up, you win a cool 500 cities.
So it'll be easy like that.
Just like that.
So I'll go to buy my dream car.
Por supuesto. Just visit wannaown.us and win some cool cash prizes.
Baby. Boom. Wanna own. You be too much.
Play responsibly. Gaming can be addictive. Accredited and endorsed by the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
When nations rise, it begins with bold conversations. When economies grow, it is driven by partnership. This April, Ghana's business and policy leaders converge at the Kwewu Business Forum 2026, the nation's premier platform for investment, enterprise, and economic transformation. With special guest of honor, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, joining captains of industry, financial institutions, investors, and entrepreneurs.
The Kwewu Business Forum is more than just an event. It is a call to action. And so let us work together to build a Ghana that is competitive, productive, and inclusive, and a Ghana that creates opportunities for all.
Come, let's engage in high-level dialogue, explore industry exhibitions, build powerful networks, and unlock real opportunities from finance and insurance to manufacturing, agribusiness, SMEs, and innovation. This is where it all happens. From the 3rd to the 5th of April 2026 at the Kwewu Convention Center in Praeso Hills. Go to www.kwewubusinessforum.com and register now. To register for exhibitions, call 059 555 5885 or 059 555 5995. Kwewu Business Forum. Connect, promote, grow.
Kibo Bema is that I strong kukra. Jack, this year oh Kibo village or Bommy market anymore pay. Near shit, I will call my papa beer. What Kibo 100% natural spices. I am so cool. Unia, you bet near Sashi. Kibo Gary mixer. Any anino Asamuma. Abribia, any de beer or Easter Imu. Kibo village, any Metro TV Jollof Cook Festival. Eddie Adrianinoa Ebremo live. Oh, market anymore. You better know, you better as well Philippine. Kaise, Afi, Yeri Kibo 100% natural spices. And a Kibo Gary soakings. And yet the best she is the Adjieni. A better life, Kibo village, or Bobby market anymore. Jabiara, any beer. Let's say every 2nd April to 6th April. Don't miss out. Kibo village, keep the culture, live the moment.
Hello there. Happy new month to you. It's the 1st of April 2026. We're grateful to the Lord Almighty for giving us another month. And how time flies, right? It was just a few days ago that Christmas was here. But well, we're in the 4th month of the year 2026. And we pray for the blessings of the Lord in this new month. And you're welcome to Good Afternoon Ghana here on the Metro TV. My name is Desmond Okrekudanso, and this program is live on Facebook at Metro TV Ghana, also on DSTV channel 277. You can find us on there, on Multi TV, we're live on there, and also on radio 94.1 FM. You can join us there. So if you're going to leave your home, your office, and get into your car, you think you're going to miss out on the show, well, that's not going to happen because you can listen to us live on radio 94.1 today we have a very, very big conversation coming up on the show, and this is about a new thing that is happening at the ports, and it has raised a number of concerns, and I'm talking about a customs AI that has been introduced, and stakeholders in the space have been asking questions, and the latest development on that is that a member of parliament who has joined us in studio has resorted to the RTI to ask some questions of this new software that is being used at the port. Well, let me just go through some of the things I have here, then I'll introduce our guest to you. So a few days ago, we're told that government has fully rolled out a new customs classification and valuation system at its ports of entry that so far is bringing in a lot of revenue. Now, the Pelican Trade Solution, an artificial intelligence, that's AI-based software, as we're told, helps customs officers to determine the real value of imported goods declared into the customs system. Now, there was a briefing where the Deputy Finance Minister Thomas Nyakwampem said that after a pilot deployment at the port in Tema the publican flagged many declarations that provided an average of $3 million a day extra revenue that would have been lost to various discrepancies. And he added that prior to that, another exercise with 5 importers conducted as a proof of concept before the deployment of Pelican helped to detect discrepancies in the values of goods declared, leading to the payment of 25 million cedis liabilities by the sampled importers. Well, it is on this premise that the New Jabin MP has joined us in studio. New Jabin South Member of Parliament Michael Otrebefi has joined us in studio because he has formally requested information from the GRA concerning this new customs artificial intelligence system, and that is what we are actually looking at, and that is, he's done that through the RTI, and also later would have Samson Asaki Awingobe to join us via Zoom. He's the Executive Secretary for the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. He sat here, he's talked about this before, so we'll get into that conversation. So, Honorable Michael Otrebefi has joined us in studio. Good afternoon, sir. Thank you very much for coming, and a happy new month to you.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon. How are you, my brother?
I'm well, by God's grace.
Good.
We're still here. The last time you were here, we're talking about the government and how they have fared so far.
Yeah.
Your ratings were not too good. Has it increased now?
I mean, they are even coming down. You know, the goodwill is depleting very fast. So things are changing. And naturally, I believe that, they also lie their way to government. So most of the things they said are catching up on them now, or with them. So the ratings are declining, and you know that.
We'll get into that conversation about how the government is faring so far, but let's begin with this important conversation of the customs AI software that we're being told is saving leakages at the port. What did you make of this when the Deputy Finance Minister made the statement that it's saving us a whole lot, that in fact with the that is the pilots that they did, an average of $3 million was being saved from discrepancies?
Okay, so thanks so much for the opportunity. I want to extend my warm greetings to management of this business and also your production team.
Right.
I'm honored always, and I feel honored to be here with you. Let us put the whole thing in perspective for us to understand the whole thing. We are talking about a situation where government has a responsibility of generating more money or revenue of the state to be able to help government to run the country, which is very important, and we in opposition or in the minority support this 100%. What is more, We also support the government if the government see any problems. I mean, in the form of leakages in the area of revenue generation, and therefore government wants to seal those revenue leakages and find ways and means to be able to boost revenue. We also support that. So I am putting that on record.
Right.
Maybe before we start, as a very important statement that need to be made.
That you are not against government.
That we are not, government is not
the country money.
The minority or my good self.
Right.
I'm not against government generating more revenue for the state too. I'm also not against government trying to seal all leakages.
Right.
I mean, that can create problems for government, the area of revenue generation. But then we are looking at a situation where government, in trying to seal those, leakages, government to do the right thing by getting people who have the know-how to be able to undertake the project. That's very critical and important. And to me, things about a pilot project doesn't come in here. Okay. There's nowhere in the circular the minister sent a circular to the Commissioner General, and the Commissioner General in turn sent a circular to his station officers and officers at the port. And in the circular, there's nowhere in the circular or the memorandum that stated that what they were doing was a pilot project. No, it was a beginning of the implementation of the project, that they had already planned to implement. That's very important. So I've heard the minister, the deputy minister, go about saying that the project, the pilot. No, there's not like pilot. Let's put it. I mean, you have to be very serious here.
There was no indication that this is a pilot project.
That's not like that. Note that this is a very important policy or system that the government want to bring to be able to seal, as they claim, seal all leakages that affect revenue generation. And so government, in coming out, must be prepared. In other words, government must do a lot of consultations, which is very important in decision making. Because note that there are stakeholders in this business. There are freight forwarders who will be affected, traders will be affected, right. Employers will be affected, exporters and importers will be affected. All these people are in business and they are stakeholders. They are stakeholders. So I expect the government to know that in bringing a very crucial and important policy like this, there should be a thorough stakeholder engagement. What are we talking about? We are talking about the publican AI system that the government is bringing, or the government has implemented. Effective 12th of March. It was not, or it is not a pilot project.
Right.
It's a full implementation of the project. That is what the memo said. You can read the memo that what was sent to them. It was a full. There's something like that they should implement a decision effective 12th March 2026. That is all. So what is the publican AI?
Right.
So this is simply an AI or AI based or artificial intelligence based data. Just artificial intelligence based data that helps in trading, so that government, there would not be any extra leakages, or government may not unnecessarily assume figures that are not correct.
Right.
That's supposed to be the meaning. I guess we want to make it very simple for the ordinary person to understand.
Make sure that people's declarations are right.
Are right. So it's about picking artificial intelligence as a model.
Right.
You want to model it. Go into the internet, model prices, and say that, okay, this computer you are using may cost not what you are saying.
Okay.
So let's use that to charge you duty. That's the meaning of the. And it is so risky that it has, exposed the whole system into unnecessary attacks that may come in other forms. Note that you are going into the internet world. You are going into the digital setup. And we have been talking about digital sovereignty over the years. That has been a problem that most industries and businesses are afraid of. That how sure are they secured, or how sure would they believe that the information of businesses cannot be taken, to other countries, and people can take advantage of them, through other means.
Okay, so I just sorry to come here. I just wanted to read what the Deputy Finance Minister said from here. It says that the publican does not replace the ICOMS, which is the main interface used for declarations, classification, evaluation, and clearing of goods at the ports, but augments other risk management tools and helps the customs officers to make decisions concerning the real values of imports, hence helping to safeguard revenue.
It is even creating problems for the ICOMS. I am telling you in confidence.
It is causing problems.
Yes, because now it has become a parasite on the ICOMS. No, the ICOMS is the original system that is being used by government. I mean, government has outsourced, Ghana Link. And so ICOMS is being done by a local entrepreneur, businessman who has so much knowledge and experience in the area of custom tech. So he understands the system so well. You understand? And they are doing business so well. So for me, or to me, there's no need bringing a new system. To come as a parasite on the ICOM system to create problems for ICOMs. That's the meaning.
But if you bring a new system, it means that then there's a problem with the ICOMs.
That is what the government is saying. So the point I'm making is that note that government is not just a government. They have also signed into other international treaties and agreements.
Right.
So we are part of the WTO, World Trade Organization. And the WTO system clearly states has given a model, like a standard model across the world, where every country must use to assess or value to determine import duties that might be paid.
Right.
So in determining or assessing valuation, if you want to value products and stuff like that, there are standards, specific way that everywhere in the world, countries that subscribe to the WTO system or arrangement must follow. What is more, government under the Customs Act 2015 at 891, section 67 and 68, clearly now also legitimize what World Trade Organization has given. And so you cannot just stand up and say that I'm bringing a new system without recourse to the standards that have been given by the WTO. I mean that we have flouted international laws and that's the meaning. Because nobody forced us to be part of that arrangement. We went ourselves. So we have a law. Parliament has passed a law, an amendment law, Customs Act. The 67 and 68. Ghana Parliament passed it. It has not been amended. Then you said that you will do something different from what the Act says. What have you done?
So then talking about Parliament, it means that Parliament is not aware.
No, Parliament is aware, but what Parliament is not aware, I believe that it's a deviation from the law.
What was mentioned in Parliament.
In the law.
Okay.
In the law. So we have a law.
Right.
The law is that if you come to Metro TV, you have to only use this point as exit. That's the law.
Yes.
Anybody who flouts it will be punished.
Right.
Then you decide that because I'm a powerful host, I'll use this exit. Nobody can do anything to me. That's what the government is doing.
Okay. Honorable, I'll let you hold on.
But see, what is so serious is not about whether we are bringing additional system to augment what we're using.
What we had.
What is serious is the kind of contractor they chose.
They chose. Okay.
And that's the most serious thing.
You hold on to that for me. Let's engage the Executive Secretary for the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana, Samson Asaki Awingobe, joins us via Zoom. Good afternoon and happy new month to you. So let me ask that as a major stakeholder in this sector, have you come across this new software? Hello, Awingobe. I'm unable to hear you, so you would have to unmute. So when you speak, I can hear you. Okay, so we're still trying to connect with Awingobe because we want to understand from as a major stakeholder, the importers and exporters, have they come across this new software? From his perspective also, was there any problem with the items that they had to introduce this new software that we are talking about? I believe he's joined us back now. Awingobe, can you hear me? Okay. If you can kindly unmute so we can hear you. Yeah, unmute. I'm unable to hear you. Okay. As and when he comes in, we'll get to speak to him. Right.
So note, they selected a company called True Dare Investments Limited.
True Dare.
True Dare. True Dare Investments Limited is supposed to be a Cyprus company.
Okay.
Note. So I wrote a letter to the register of companies in Cyprus, and this is the information they brought to me, or they gave to me. Now, it is a company. This company was incorporated on the 28th of December, 2024.
21st of December 2024.
28th of December 2024. 28th of December.
Right.
So, they have given me the address of the company where it's located. Their initial capital in setting up the business was 1,545 euros.
1,500.
The company is a general trading company and an asset management company, so they don't have any experience in tech, customs tech, or any experience in artificial intelligence. This is the most serious part of the whole issue. The most serious part is that since the incorporation of the business, they have not engaged in any business. This is the first time they are having a business. And I'm daring them. I'm daring the Minister of Finance. I am telling him in confidence, as a colleague member of Parliament, a respected senior member of Parliament, that he cannot exonerate himself from this mess.
So true.
And the Commissioner General, I am daring them, and I want to push them to the wall that they know something about this. They're not kids.
This software that we are using.
Yes,
this is the very first work that
this is the first business through their company, through their investments. They have not worked anywhere in the world. I mean, per the information I was given.
Okay.
This is the first business they are doing. Note that I've even gone behind them to know that the company is not from Cyprus. It's an Israeli company. Israelis are the owners of the business, but they went to Cyprus to register the company. And clearly looking at what's happening, it was done through single source arrangement. Because, I mean, we don't have anything. I'm yet to get the full information from the Finance Committee. But it was done through single source arrangement.
Well, since you are yet to find out.
No, but that's the truth. I mean, but how can, if it was done through competitive bidding, you cannot select a company like this. An inexperienced company that has not engaged in customs tech, company that has not engaged in any business related to artificial intelligence, a company that manages assets to run a big business like this. Come on, Atofossin. We are not small boys. We'll force you to talk. There's something fishy about this thing. I'm telling him. I'm daring him. He, Atofossin, I am daring you. You and the Commissioner General of Customs. You, by all means, you know something about this thing. And the thing is so, I mean, you could feel and sense looting in it. What they even told us was that government was not paying anything them. So, there's something like free lunch in this world.
Okay. So
they are getting commissions behind the scenes.
I am an honorable. If you're making these statements, I mean, I would have to have proof of that.
Yes.
You cannot just
proof
say
of what?
Proof that they are getting kickbacks as you.
No, I'm not saying they are. I said they know something about it. I've not said please don't use words I've not used. I am saying that they cannot. You see, you could feel and sense.
Okay.
You could see foul play.
Honorable.
Because how can you appoint a company or select a company whose initial capital for business at 1,545 euros? The company was incorporated just about 2 years when MPP lost elections. And the owners, the real owners, are Israelis. Okay. I am telling you, I don't say that anywhere. I'm saying this.
Okay.
But the company was registered in Cyprus. When we went to the Cyprus register of companies, they gave us full details. And they said that there was an original Cypriot who was also a member, who was a shareholder, but he exited. But he didn't mention the names of the others. And I'm saying to you that, I'm a politician, and I've done a lot of work in this particular, and I'm telling you in confidence that Honorable Atofossin, the Minister for Finance, has interest, serious interest in this deal.
What kind of interest?
I don't know. Only God who is in heaven knows so.
No, but you are saying that
he has interest. he and the
but is that not the reason why you are asking questions so that we will be able to find the answers?
But the questions that I've asked,
right? And I'm going to go through the questions
these are
one after the other.
legitimate questions.
Okay.
But how can you appoint a company like this?
Okay.
They are inexperienced in terms of artificial intelligence. Okay, now you are a journalist, trained journalist. Now Ghana Black Stars have sacked Otoado. We'll be here tomorrow and breaking news. Mr. Okreku Danso has been appointed the Black Stars coach. Do you think me, Kofi Befi, I can sleep easily?
Oh,
like
maybe.
Do you think I can sleep and easy like that? No, I will think through it.
Okay.
What? Because somebody will say that. Okay, but maybe he has other experience that we don't know. But was it written on your CV?
Okay. Awingobi has joined us again. Let's engage him. Awingobi, please. I hope that we can. Okay, you have unmuted so we can hear you clearly. Welcome to the program. I'm asking that through the the publican software we are talking about. Have you come into contact with it? What do you know about it as a major stakeholder in this sector?
Well, thank you very much. And good afternoon to your cherished viewers and then my very good friend, my former boss, former Deputy Minister of Trade and Industry in the previous regime. He knows how I used to fight, and I'm very emphatic about issues. I strongly believe that just as during his time, the government of the day introduced ICOMS to us, there was a very huge resistance, I remember. And I don't know whether at that time he was the free zone boss or he was a deputy minister at the time. But I believe strongly he was, at that time, he was in free zone, if my memory serves me right. However, we at the port community resisted and we asked all the relevant questions as he asked that. But these items that they are bringing, we are familiar with KeySenet and West Blue, and that they will come to create chaotic, and that they have not worked, they have not tried them anywhere in the world, even though we were told that the software was coming from South Korea, which is the best custom officers, but we didn't know. I remember there was a name given to it before, later they changed it to ICOMS for us. But at the end of the day, when the government engaged through his former boss, and we accepted it, we saw the results in our port, and we saw the benefit in our port, and we saw the revenue increase in our port. That is the ICOMS. Same thing, when they brought the publican, we have asked these questions. We also went ahead to check with where it was registered, and we asked questions. We've just closed a meeting at the ministry this morning, chaired by the deputy minister in charge of revenue mobilization, and if all stakeholders, Guta were there, Import and Export Association, Food and Beverages, freight forwarders, all of us were there. Look, the deputy minister made it categorically clear to us that, look, they are ready, the government is ready to listen, ready to engage. However, since the implementation, they saw a 74 to 75% compliant. And they did not even ask for them to add a dime in their duties. They just go and pay. Those who raised issues, appeals, and they came, they themselves, when they open the data, they admit and they say they will go and pay, and they've gone to pay. About 24 to 25% is the challenge down. That's those who are not compliant. I have said, where I sit, I will advocate for people who are compliant, and so that if their values have gone wayward, or for that matter, ministries, confront them with facts. If I ask any importer right now who is raising issue that bring me your SWIFT transfer, bring me any original invoices, it is a problematic. So how do you go and then fight as a union? As a union, you need to speak with utmost good faith. So far as we are supporting the trade of the traders, we also have a duty. We owe a duty to also protect Ghana as well, because the revenue at the end of the day is going to use to develop this country. Yes, like the last time we were talking about bed shortage syndromes in the country. So this is the revenue, and they want to bring parity in the businesses. If one is paid, 75% is compliant, and 24% is not compliant, and that person will come to compete with you in the market. It's more or less like a smuggler person. So we have to open up to the discussions. I think so far, when we had the discussion today, Anybody or most of my colleagues who raise issues and say this is what used to be the duty, this is now the due component, they say bring the document. As we left and bring the document, give it to Commissioner General, and when we look at it, what I guess it was the mode of the appeals, where one will have to write a letter and appeal to custom rejected. They say go to publican desk, it's at the ministries, and one will have to drive all the way from Temba to Kanda and other things, was what we were against. Now, that 2 days ago, I've told the Commissioner General, I said, why can't the same appeal be done on ICOMS? Because it should be able to be done at ICOMS. And whether there's a committee at finance ministries, whether there's a committee at customs, they can work on it. They can work, and if there's queries, they send it back to me, and then I can respond to the queries. And then to frustrate issues. Today, I've also made it clear, if you know that there's appeal, which they have to work on it, they have to work on it, why can we, as the minister, can we pay the duty? And while we are fighting the appeal to avoid demurrage, so that when I pay the duty yes, you want to come up?
Yes. I want to ask a question, right? You said that you're coming from a meeting. Now, some other stakeholders like the GIF, GUTA, QBAG, FFAG, Association of Customs House Agents Ghana, they've all raised concerns about this new AI software that is being used at the port. As importers and exporters, are you joining them to also raise concerns about, how it is being used at the ports, or what's your stance on this?
I want to raise issues based on evidence. I've told my colleague from GUTA that if any of our members complain, let's ask for, because if you go to the Republican committee, they are asking of certain documentation. Are we ready to, as a matter of fact, to produce those documents? Because if you go, and I know, during my brother, when he was the deputy minister during his time, he will not just say, you will not see evidence to interrogate. So, and I'm saying, we just came from meeting, which all the parties you just made mention, we were together in the meeting. And this explanation was given to us. 75% so far are compliant. 24 is not compliant.
Now,
and
the case in question now is not about what it is doing. It is about how it came into being to be used at the port. Now, if you met the Deputy Finance Minister today, were there any clarifications? Did he say anything? Were there any mentions on how they settled on Publican AI?
No, I think there was all of us who went, question.
Okay.
Why is AI coming? It was only during the time we were engaged at Oak Royal Hotel last year that I even was the one who asked the ministry that we want to know the publican people. And even today, by the time we were about to close, I asked again, I jokingly asked that on a lighter note, where is Mr. Publican?
Okay.
Who is creating these issues for that? So it is today's issue has nothing to do with where is publican, what are the modalities, because that's not the work of the private sector.
I just asked since you said there was a meeting.
Yes, we are asking that people are appeals. When the appeals seem to be delaying, what is government doing? And they told us so far they have asked custom now to work on appeals instead of coming here, unless the AI flagged somebody that there's a need for them to come to the high level at the ministries. That is where there will be a committee to look at it. But
all right, Samson,
most of the issues will break.
You're going to hold on. You're going to hold on for me as you stay on, and then let me come to Honorable and ask some questions. I'll come back to you. So, Honorable, you've said these things about how the software is being used. Now, through the RTI, you're asking questions, and I want to go through the questions you're asking. Number one, you're saying that which company or companies the Ghana Revenue Authority has engaged to operate or manage the customs AI system. That is your very first question. Number two, you say by what process or procedure was the said company or companies selected? When was the company or companies selected? And four, who are the directors of Trudeau? So I want us to take it in blocks so that we do not rush through all of them. So number 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, so before I say this, let me correct some wrong impression that he's creating. Yeah, I won't go back. I mean, note. I mean, we are having a discussion,
right?
And we are on mass market TV. Very important. You set. don't say anywhere that 74%. Who did that? The statistics.
But that's what the Deputy Finance Minister said.
No, but who did this? Do we have evidence?
So it would be from
it
their
is not true. I am telling you.
If the Deputy Finance Minister is saying something, then we can take it from there until
Customs AI rakes in millions. It's not true.
Oh, you're saying that
I am telling you. We are here. You will see. You see, my only point is that when it happens that it is not true, you guys will have the same boldness to talk about it. Because at this time, Aringobet, he can never, at first he was fighting for importers and exporters. Now he has been compromised.
Oh, you think he's not fighting for them?
See.
Why is being even when
he has been compromised. I know him. He's my friend.
No, but you cannot.
I am putting it to him. He's here. I'm putting it to him. Let's see. We are fighting the interests of the public. We are doing public interest job.
That's and as the executive secretary of the importers,
this is a serious issue. No, your importers. Malcolm has told you. Malcolm imports, and you are supposed to be the executive secretary of import. Malcolm imports, let's say, 31 containers of whatever into the country every month. Hitherto, when they bring 31 containers, let's say they pay 10 cedis. Now they are paying about 45 cedis. And you said it shouldn't be a problem to you. It should be a problem to you.
Okay.
You know about it.
Okay, I'm gonna get to it, but I need you
before I go. Yeah. So I want to say that it's a serious issue that we have to deal with. It's not about whether MPP did something like that or not. When MPP brought ICOMS, the company they selected, ICOMS, Ghana Link, it was a destination inspection company. They were doing something similar. So what's the difference? But this one, we are talking about an inexperienced company that doesn't have any background.
Oh no, but have you checked their website?
Yes. You said just website. I've written to the Commission of Companies at Cyprus, and I have full documentation. I'm not joking on this matter. Because we are seeking public interest.
Okay.
Good. So whatever we are doing is in the interest of the public,
right.
Not my interest. Now let me come to the
point.
So
number one, which company or companies did the GRA engage?
So how many companies did they engage before they selected this company? We want to know. We want to know. Because see, when you hear them talk about the company, you could clearly see that there's something fishy there. When you hear them praising the company,
but they are the ones. They are the ones who've gone for the software.
Yes,
and so if it is working for them,
they are not. They are using ICOMS to work. They're operating on the ICOMS system. So the software was on ICOMS. So it's like a parasite on ICOMS. Yes, so they're supposed to bring the expertise and technology they have.
Right.
But I'm saying that they don't have any experience in technology, custom technology. In the world of business, when you go to all customs in the world, WTO, you will see that people who are engaged in these things are people who have experience. And their documents and their CVs will show.
Right.
CVs here is what they have given to them.
And for this case, true, there is not like that.
Yes.
Okay.
Inexperience.
Okay. Two, you say that by what process or procedure were they selected?
We want to know we want to know whether it was sole source. I mean, the strength of this government. You know, that's what they know how to do. The hallmark. That's what they know how to do best. They were talking when in opposition. They were backing like that. But when they came, they are doing worst.
Oh no, but they've mentioned that it's emergency. There's an urgency to it. That is why it has to go through
that's
it.
why they are behaving as if they've not been in government before. A political party that has been in government before, this current president has been the president of Ghana before, so he knows how government is run. So you can't say that. I mean, things like sole sourcing is inevitable in governance. And one president decided to do that, and you said no, that president is creating, problems for the country or doing something that's bad. Meanwhile, you come back and now you are doing worse things than that. So I want to know.
Okay. So 3, you're asking that when was the company or companies selected?
Yes, when? We want to know that exact date. A company that was incorporated, listen to me, on the 28th of December, 2024. That was when the company was incorporated. You see, the second time I come back, on this issue, I'll give you more details about the company.
Hopefully by then the GRE and the
I'll
ministry
give you more details, and you'll be surprised. The real owners, I'll mention their names.
But now
and
that
I will show you evidence, text message evidence between big men in government and that.
You have text message.
You think we are joking here? We're not joking. Though.
Where did you get that from?
I am telling you that there is something fishy. See, this particular arrangement, this AI, artificial intelligence, public AI, has come to steal, to kill, and to destroy. It's very simple. That is what they have come to do. And they are going to use this to manipulate the system, create fictitious data. You know, because the data is generating the fictitious. That's how come people are paying huge sums of money. And so, when they pay huge sums of money, if you are executive secretary of Ghana Importers and Exporters, and your people are paying huge sums of money for import duty, it means that they are going to transfer it to the general public. And the general public, when they pay something else, they will complain and to create problem for government. Instead of you being executive secretary to question that and put pressure on the government, you are here supporting them.
Well, those are his thoughts, and you cannot make those allegations against him.
I am making allegations against him.
And you know what?
Because I know him. He's a very forceful person.
Awingobit wants to respond to that. Awingobit.
I know you will respond, but I'm saying that you speak your mind.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. But you have sat down for these people to manipulate and compromise you.
All right, well, let's Awingobit respond to that.
I am totally disappointed in my honorable member. This is the member who was a minister some few months ago, 1 year, 2 years ago, who was on air and told us in Guta that his government was going to give us a flat rate, a flat rate at the port. You could not give us anything. This was a gentleman who was the deputy minister of trade during their period. That we were saying that they should abolish COVID levy. They should reduce, they should abolish e-levy. He was vociferous fighting and protect his government. Today he sit there to tell me that I am not protecting my people.
I'm saying that you have been compromised.
I'm
say that what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, you have not been compromised. You have no credibility. You are calling me dishonor. You have no credibility in this country. You who have gone to Akwetia and said that when the NDC win, you resign your seat. You are still on your seat and you can't call me. I'm no more.
Honorable, let me come in.
No, you have been given
Samson. I need you for us to stay in the sector. Let's stay in the sector and address the issue on board now. Let's do that, Samson. Let's do that. So I am asking you.
Can you be calm? Let me speak.
No, go ahead. But I'm saying that let's focus on the issue on board. The other things are there, but let's focus on this.
He is trying to impugn my integrity.
No, but I've not said anything bad about.
That's what you say. That's why you said.
No, I said that you have been compromised on this issue. That's what I said.
Exactly. So what would you between compromise and impugn integrity?
But that's the point.
And I'm telling you that this is. I won't go with that. You know.
No. That's not what I know you. You are not like that.
When you were there, you could not look to your government and tell them to abolish the same energy you are speaking today. That you were fighting when ICOMS came and we supported it. So you are saying today, if government brought a policy, we should go and say that, oh, government, your policy today, wallahi, you don't need it. We should not engage government. Is that what you're trying to tell me? Has Malcolm called you to tell you that these are their DOEs and this is the value they give them, they cannot pay? Have you gotten that? I think if Malcolm would have reached out to me, I will go, but not you. Because tomorrow, if you are in government, you will not behave the way you are behaving.
Okay.
You will not. I know. You
okay. Samson.
And so don't come here and tell me what. If you have the right to ask your colleague, honorable member in parliament, am I on air?
Yes, you are not with us.
You have the right to ask your colleague, honorable member in parliament, that is Honorable Atufosu, who is the finance minister. You can subpoena him. You can summon before the speaker. You can ask him and you can file a question to ask him.
Okay.
How did he come by selecting AI or the publican? That you have your right as a member of parliament. I have no problem. I cannot fault you. But I'm telling you that me, I will go, and you know, during your time, I always say I fight for people who are compliant.
Okay,
Remember that
Samson,
issues time, I came out to fight.
Samson, I want to ask a question. I want to ask a question. Now, all your other stakeholder bodies are raising serious concerns, and this is where I want us to place the argument or the conversation here. From your quarters as importers and exporters, do you not see any problem, even from where your other colleagues are coming from?
The same people were in the meeting today, and when they raised the issues and the deputy minister addressed, we were all nodding our head. They were nodding their head. My colleague from Gupta nodded their head. My colleague, former Gupta president, nodded his head. And the minister pointed to him that, so you are admitted to us in the meeting. He asked Dr. Obey, so you are admitted that people were under-declaring, and that is why they are trying to correct it. So that instead he used his own Dr. Obey own word again, that you are talking about parity. So we now want to bring parity to make sure that 75 are compliant and 24 or 25 are not compliant.
Are you not concerned? Are you not concerned about how the software came into being, on how this project was given to this particular company to work?
It is not my duty as executive secretary to go and question the government that who you decide to work with or who you do not need to work with.
But I don't agree with you on that, though. Anyway, you go ahead.
Hold on. If there are issues bothering calculation of duties and duty purposes, that is where I come in to say, look, this is your software. These are the issues. We flag it. Can we address it? And they say they are willing for us to engage. As they speak, they said every 2 weeks they will have quarterly reviews. And now they will now be sitting two days or in a week to make sure that they appeal the work. In fact, most of the major issue, they have asked customs to go back and work on it. And let me say, it is customs that still have the authority to even they can reject your values using the tools available to them. And the custom officers were there. The CTSB boss was there. Those who do classification violations, they were there. And they said many of the issues you raised, they have referred it back to customs, the customs to take action. So where are the problem here? If the government were turning their back to us, unlike during his time when we were saying that COVID levy was too high to abolish it, then you went up VAT to 50%. You come to here and come and call me, I am being compromised. Asake, I am not compromised. If the government tomorrow do something that's not right, I would look into their face and tell them, as I used to tell you. So I am not the type. Don't compromise me. You were in trade ministry. Was that compromise during your time?
Okay.
Was that compromise?
Samson, thank you very much for joining us on the program. We'll definitely have you in studio so we continue this conversation. So Samson Asake Awingobit is Executive Secretary for the Importers and Exporters Association of Ghana. We're asking him about his thoughts on this issue that has come up, where several other stakeholder bodies in the sector are raising questions about this particular software that is being used at the ports. This is Good Afternoon Ghana. With me, Desmond Okreku. Honorable Michael Ojubefi is here, Member of Parliament for New Jabin South. He is putting an RTI request to the GRA for some information on that is the publican AI that is being used. Well, we've talked about 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we're on the fourth one.
Something also in perspective.
Okay.
See, I've spoken to about 5 different group of people who attended this meeting. They are all not satisfied. They were not satisfied.
You spoke to them when?
Just after the meeting.
This morning?
This afternoon, around 11 let's say morning, almost 12.
They weren't happy?
Yeah, they weren't happy.
Then why didn't they say that?
No, I'm talking about the conclusion of the meeting.
Okay.
They were not, because they think that the same thing is going to happen again, because they've been asked to now bring their document for appeal.
Okay.
As what I was talking about. But my point is that, see, this is a situation, an issue that I believe is not about what MPP implemented or what MPP did. That's what we're talking about. See, these are things that I don't expect people to be very sincere with the system. I mean, we are talking about now. If MPP did something right, we wouldn't have lost the elections. We lost the elections because people thought we didn't manage well. That's
right.
The case. So then, if you have come, we expect you to do the right thing. So the mere fact that MPP did something that you don't like means that when people are misbehaving, we shouldn't talk about it. What kind of logic is this?
Okay.
And what is more, we should also
okay,
know
you make your
that
point, so we go on a break. Yeah.
We are talking to people
They understand what we're talking about.
Right.
The issues are being raised. Almost every institution or group of people, I mean, association that I've spoken to, they have issue with it, except Arin Gobet. He's the only person who does it.
No, he says that he's not the one.
He's upon them because he has been compromised.
He says that he's not been happy about you saying he's been compromised. I'll need you to hold on to that.
You know, he's my friend. We are talking about he has been compromised.
Yes, please.
God knowing him, he's a very aggressive speaker, somebody who speak his mind, say things as it says. But when you see him talking
he says
like
that
this,
he's not been compromised.
No.
He says he's not been compromised. So we'll leave it there. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we continue with the rest of the questions from the contract's value to copies of the contract that Honorable Michael Chibefi is asking for from the GRA. Stay with us. This is Good Afternoon Ghana. We'll be back shortly.
Hey buddy, it's me Azar.
Yeah, me now they see. Hey, you don't look fresh.
Hey.
With your label today.
Wait till you see what's inside me.
Azar, freshly made inside and out for greater coverage and colors that last longer and beautify your walls, spaces and places. Azar, no size. Go ahead. Buy now. Azar, #1 from Azar Group since 1921.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel-Kit.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel-Kit toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel-Kit. Happy smile.
Finding the ideal property shouldn't be a daunting task. At MNC Properties, we believe everyone deserves a place to call home. That's why we specialize in providing affordable housing options under our flagship project, Fresh Property Joy, specifically designed for low and medium income earners. Our range of customizable homes includes 2 and 3 bedroom standard and executive options, all meticulously crafted using innovative interlocking brick technology. We understand the importance of simplicity and convenience in the acquisition process. That's why we have designed our procedures to be straightforward and hassle-free, offering flexible payment options tailored to your individual needs. In addition to our affordable homes, we proudly offer litigation-free lands for sale in vibrant and upscale communities that present the perfect opportunity to build your dream home. We are committed to making affordable housing a reality, providing you with the joy of owning a home that meets your budgets and aspirations. Whether you're looking to buy, rent, or invest, we've got you covered. Our service team is ready to assist you on 030-255-1917. MNC Properties, choice of class.
Hey, Bunty, why you there? Well, lie, tell her today will give me my money.
Oh, my guy, what's up? Oba unze me din na dede baby. Scan no saying 500 cedis per. Ah.
I see. Level don't change. But to show me the way.
But there's some sorry Amanua. Talk to babe.
¿Quieres ganar dinero?
Huh?
Cash.
Yes, cash.
Let me show you the easy way to make money with one chat.
Visit the Wanna Own website at wannaown.us. Sign up with your phone number and get ready to play. Select games on the homepage and then select one-shot game. Deposit to make an entry, then pick a number from 0 to 99. If your number comes up, you win a cool 500 cities.
Eh, so it'll be easy like that.
Just like that.
So I'll go to buy my dream car.
Por supuesto. Just visit wannaown.us and win some cool cash prizes.
Baby, yes, baby.
Boom! Ah!
You be too much.
Play responsibly. Gaming can be addictive. Accredited and endorsed by the Gaming Commission of Ghana.
Well, welcome back from the break. This is Good Afternoon Ghana on Metro TV with me, Desmond Okrikudan. So you haven't missed much, but indeed, there's more. We have about 30 minutes to wrap up on the show. So we're going to continue our conversation with Honorable Michael Chibefi, the Member of Parliament for New Jobbing South, who's put in an RTI request to the GRA to provide information on this software being used at the port that is by True Day Investments Limited. He said a number of things about the origination of this particular company and when it was incorporated, reading a couple of things online also, and I'm getting that information also. But anyway, we got to the questions that he was asking in this particular request. So he's asking for, at number 5, Honorable, we were talking about the contract value of financial terms of the engagement. You don't know about this? Honorable, please put your microphone on.
Sorry, whatever I know may not be authentic, so I want to be very sure. I'm very sure to know the exact numbers involved.
Okay.
But what I also know is that they told us, I mean, the Deputy Minister said that the True Day investment, government will pay nothing to True Day investment. However, they will earn some commissions, because they are now working for the state somehow. So they are generating money, and they are trying to create an opportunity for government to seal all loopholes and leakages that are around. So that means that they are going to earn some commissions. I mean, which will, but I dare say that there can't be any free lunch these days. Yeah, I mean, you can't just say that. We are politicians. And that's what I always say.
But if you say we are politicians, viewers will think that, that you've done this before.
No, anytime I say that we are politicians,
right.
When I say we are politicians, I mean to say that politicians must be responsible to the people.
Okay.
I mean, you have to, let's be open up. Try to open up and let people know so that people will trust us and believe that this is what we stand for. Not that you pretend that you are the only person who know what you are doing, but others don't know.
Okay.
That's a problem.
You're asking for a copy of the contract signed?
Yes.
Between the GRA and the said company
and True Day.
And True Day. Okay. How much revenue has been generated
so
since
far,
the implementation of the policy?
From
the 12th of March?
To now, I want to know how much has been generated. And before that, I want to know how much. And also, the same time last year, 2025, I want to know how much they have generated.
Okay. And the number 9 is quite interesting. How much revenue was generated previously using the ICAM system
straight
within the period of 12 March 2025 to 30th March 2020?
That's exactly what I said, yeah. So these are the questions that I raised, but these are only a preliminary stage of the whole arrangement.
Okay.
I mean, see, this is a project I'm doing, and I want to prove to them that there's something wrong with this system. So I want to prove to government that there's something wrong somewhere. Okay. And I want to prove to government that this whole contract is fishy. There's something in the soup for somebody.
So you're giving them...
And I'll prove to them that somebody is culpable.
Okay. So you're going on this in crusade or project to get the GRA to respond to this.
And I know when I'm waiting for their response. I told they flouted 2 laws. They flouted the WTO law. note that we even came back from the WTO conference last week with myself with the trade minister and other people from the foreign affairs ministry. We went for the WTO conference. I even had a private discussion with the Director General on this issue. And that point is that because WTO is a very recognized international trade body, they have given a particular model or standard by which every country that subscribes to that as a signatory to their treaty or agreement must use. And Ghana has legitimized that arrangement. In the Act, Customs Act 2015, Act 891, Section 67 and 68, clearly flouted the law.
Okay.
So, in this case, by 2 weeks, if I don't have what I want, and government has not gone back to ICOMS alone without any issue, I'll go to court for proper interpretation of the law.
When did the 2 weeks start?
It started from yesterday when I
started from yesterday.
Yes.
Okay.
And we'll still be doing advocacy. The minority will have a press conference on this issue, a thorough, well-written press conference to punch holes into the whole arrangement. What is so serious that the whole customs setup, the whole customs setup, they're not comfortable with this.
Okay.
They see, and those who are supposed to use this to implement the policy on the ground, all of them, they're not
happy about it. Is it not
you can do that.
Is it not also a case that some may argue that over the past years, the country has lost revenue because of some of the mishandlings by individuals on the ground, some officers on the ground. And so they're not exactly happy that this has come in to put them in check.
You see, there are a lot of ways you can use to solve this problem. I said earlier on to you that we are not against trying to seal leakages. We are not against government finding new ways or innovative ways to generate more money. We like it, because if government got more money in terms of revenue generation, government will be able to undertake more projects for the country, which is good for us as politicians. But note that in doing so, government must make sure that they subscribe or they do things within the law. That's the point I'm making. You cannot do anything beyond or above the law or do anything outside the law and say that we should not talk about it. That it's not possible.
And for the ICOMS, also the other argument would be if we found out that there's some leakages or loopholes in that system, why not strengthen?
So I was saying that we can find other means.
Okay.
There are custom to custom arrangements. Like, you have arrangement. I'm sure you have arrangements somehow or friendships with other international media houses that that's what happens. Because we are all in the same organization. So coming together to share ideas shouldn't be a problem. I mean, it is so easy for me to know that I bought this paper. Somebody brought this paper and said that I bought it at 10 cities in Dubai. I can easily find out. Yes, I mean, mail. Within 1 second or 2 seconds, they can have a reply that no, it's not like that in Dubai. And that will help us to be damn sure of the figures we're talking about. Because the issue is about the numbers or the figures. People will come with different figures, or they may not even bring very good invoices to show that this is how much they bought the product. So it becomes very difficult in assessment or finding out or valuing to get or valuation to get the exact tax to be paid. But if we're able to cross-check from our partners or from our sister custom agencies in the country that the person bought the said item, it will be very easy for government to generate the exact tax they want to generate.
Okay. So as we wrap up on this conversation, you're saying that, so you are alleging that the finance minister, his deputy,
the finance minister,
the GRA boss.
I cannot bring the deputy minister in. But the finance minister, Honorable Kasiela Atoforsen, MP for Jumako, he has something to say.
Those allegations
he has two different strong questions to answer in this matter. The current Commissioner General, Mr. Sapong, has answers. He had to answer some questions.
Will you, after you say the minority will have a press conference,
Yes.
are you going to summon them?
No, we will not. We will ask them who have to bring them to Parliament. But you see, we are giving them 2 weeks. 2 weeks. If by 2 weeks nothing has been done, as in reversing the whole back to the source.
Is that what you're looking at? Reversing?
Yes.
No, but you're seeking answers first.
No, but
you're seeking answers first.
I'm just saying that by 2 weeks,
right?
If we don't hear anything, we'll advise ourselves. We are seeking answers while we still fight. Advocacy continues.
Okay.
Aluta continua, Victoria, etc.
So for now, you're seeking answers to the questions you have given in the next 2 weeks.
Whilst we still work on, we are trying to say that, because see, we are all going to, we will have problems.
Yes.
You and I.
Oh, yes.
See, Malcolm, yesterday we met Ghana Employees Association, and they were complaining bitterly. Other retail shops. Ask your friends who have things to clear from the port. Ask them how much they are paying.
But port prices have reduced.
Oh, ask them how much they are paying from now.
Haven't Government told us before? We've had.
I'm talking about since the implementation of this.
Okay, for the past 2
weeks.
2 weeks that it's been implemented.
Things have changed.
Okay.
And you see, there's also backlog now at the stations. The custom officers there's so much delays and backlogs. And the numbers, see, the whole data they are getting is fictitious because you cannot trust the data. Because the data is a data that is coming out with median figures. We have not heard that before in customs mathematics. In customs mathematics, we have not heard anything like median figures. We are getting that.
Okay.
So the numbers we are getting and the kind of taxes people are paying is outrageous, and it will create a lot of problems for people, especially traders.
All right.
We shouldn't just sit down aloof. We should be able to work.
Right. So I'm sure the DRA boss would be watching. The ministry would also get that. Well, we're going to open the phone lines and see if we can get a few people to call in and share their thoughts with us here on the show. The number will be on the screen. But before Nobu leaves here, we'll be talking about the president's meeting with the CSOs, where a number of issues were raised, from Galamsey issues to the LGBTQ plus issues. Now, the president addressing the CSOs mentioned that it is not a priority now. For now, it is not a priority for him to sign or assent to the bill. A number of reactions have come in after that. I'm going to take the thought of my contributor on that. The president said,
it's a serious issue, my brother. Look at the CSOs. Those who surprise me seriously is even the clergy, ministers of God. I mean, so-called hypocritical ministers of God. People who
no, but they've been raising questions. The presiding bishop, a few.
Some of them have not said, I'm not mentioning, I'm not saying. See, there are some of them who have now received free copies of diplomatic passports.
Honorable, you'd have to substantiate that.
And these people,
let's pick the course.
They stand in the name of touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm to perpetuate crime.
Let's pick some calls and then I'll come. But for that, I don't have any evidence. I don't have any evidence to that. So I'm not gonna pay heed to that for now. Hello, good afternoon. Your name and where you calling us from?
Good afternoon. I'm Abdullah.
You are
Abdullah.
Abdullah. Okay, Abdullah, go ahead quickly.
Calling from Kukudia in Gabi.
Right, go ahead.
Okay. Please tell our honorable Belfi, he shouldn't pretend like he's an angel. We know what he has done before. Okay? If an issue came and you have to address the issue properly, he shouldn't be doing like, we know what he has done before.
No, but Abdullah, we are talking about a situation here that as a member of parliament, he needs to make sure that things are done right. And then he's raising questions about this. That's what we are talking about. Do you have any problem with that?
You should take time and explain things for us to understand. It shouldn't be like he has done something like extraordinary that we haven't. We know what he has done before.
Okay.
The incompetent and other corruption.
Abdullah, thank you very much for calling. Please, if you call, stay to the matter on the table today. We're talking about this new salt to other ports. Maybe you are an importer yourself, an exporter, you're a trader, and all of that. You have some experiences you want to share with us. Please go straight to the point, and then let's speak to this caller, and then we let Honorable talk about the LGBTQ issues. Hi, good afternoon. Hello.
Hello.
Right, your name and where you calling us from?
I'm Kwesi Watson.
All right, Kwesi,
from Techima.
Kwesi, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Kwesi, don't listen to the television. Talk to me on the phone.
Yeah, it appears your resource person at the studio is not credible.
It's not what is the member of parliament.
Yes, the man at the studio is not a credible source.
Whatever
he says, we don't take him serious.
He's a member of parliament who has.
It doesn't matter. His credibility.
Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you very much for calling. And this, one of the issues that we have, where everything has to be looked at from a political lens. Anyway, I don't know.
But I think you shouldn't be worried about that. I'm not worried about it at all.
Oh, no,
you know that.
No, I need to make sure that
but
the space is sanitized.
You have to know, but
so we do not allow,
I mean, as far as
such,
I sit here to hit hard on government, you expect these things to happen. I was expecting you to ask the first caller.
Yeah.
He said he knows what I've done, but he didn't say that. I wanted to know exactly what I've done.
Most people will refer to the reason why he did not resign.
But that one, it's my own responsibility. I took that up myself, and I did the needful. I don't think that is part of this conversation.
So that's why I was saying that we need to look at the issue.
The conversation,
so LGBTQ plus.
The conversation on the table now is what we have to
LGBTQ.
I mean, you know about that already. My position is very clear on it. I mean, clearly, for me, government has not behaved so well on it. The president has not shown commitment, and he has not conducted himself well as far as showing serious commitment on this matter. We're expecting the president to do more than what he's doing now. I mean, just meeting the CSOs and telling them that this is not even a priority, it's not even enough. It could have been done in a different way. You understand what I'm saying? You have even called them on phone rather than bringing them.
And bring them all together.
And just telling them this here. What do I want to say? I want to say that the president clearly should have told himself that he has failed in addressing the issue. A very sensitive issue like this. He decided to politicize it. And look at what he did. You saw some judge. I mean, in his arrogant self, came on television. I mean, came to speak nonsense.
No.
I mean, I'm just telling you.
He said.
Yesterday
he wrote.
No, but what he wrote is not what I know or what you know. We all heard him talking on
right.
The videos are there. I mean, these are people who said that government was perpetuating. We were intentionally supporting that action. So our interest was not to sign the bill into law. So you have come, sign it into law, or make sure that you bring a new bill to parliament. You have been doing slow things like this. Look at what they are doing. Every day, somebody is bringing a private motion, private member bill. Everybody is doing this. Every day, they have something to say. And it's just delaying so that the term will end. And the President Mahama will finish his term, and he was able to do it. Meanwhile, a lot of Ghanaians voted for him because of this. And then my point I was making to you is that a lot of the men of God, not all of them, please, most of them, men of God, who are in Accra here, those men of God, big boys, men of God, hypocrites. When you want to say something about them, they say that, hey, these people, they are men of God. Touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. It is not true. We will do you harm.
No.
What are you talking about?
No. If you say harm,
the context of the scripture.
Right. Just to clear that. I'm just trying to say you sat here and say harm.
The concept. See, what am I talking about? I'm talking about the fact that you are saying to us, you said to us that
it can be misconstrued. That's why
a president was not committed to something. Now, a new president that has claimed that when he comes, the thing will become law, has come. 2 years, almost 2 years. You guys have now become, I don't want to use
but it's not a priority now. Because
now they are following the president everywhere.
But
when the president is traveling, go to the airport and see the kind of ministers of God who travel with him. recently.
Which minister of God travel?
I am telling you.
Which man of God? You mention
men of God.
No, mention the name.
Big boys
mention the name.
Who controls big churches in here in Accra?
Which man of God?
They will be following the president, like Bob Boy, following him.
Which man
so
of God? So
they have now 10.
I am asking. Which man of
they
God?
can't talk about it.
No. Let's hold it there.
And when they said they will cancel you.
I am asking.
They should kill all of us and
I
they
am
should
asking
stay
you
and
that
enjoy.
Which man of God followed the president?
No, because
you are saying it, so you have to.
No, I don't need to. I don't need to. But those who know or those who have seen can.
But you said you have seen too.
No, I've also seen.
So which man of God?
I can't say it in public, but I know, and you know that it's true.
I don't
now
know
they
about
all
that.
have diplomatic passports.
I don't know about you. Are saying that. You are saying
CSOs, you know that the CSOs they have a WhatsApp platform for them. Look at the actions of people like this guy, Franklin Kuju. Now he has changed all of a sudden.
How has he changed?
Apparently.
No, but he's been hitting the government on a lot of things.
When he's even hitting the government, he does that. I mean, with soft gloves or kid gloves. We are not.
But
kids.
you don't determine how he should bash the government.
But we know these people already. So my point is that I'm talking about experience here. You know somebody yesterday, and you know the person today. You expect the person to behave the same way he behaved yesterday. He should behave like that.
And that is to criticize the government.
That's the point.
And he's doing that.
He's not doing it.
Okay. Let's talk about Galamsey. That's our final conversation.
That one is a killer. You know, he's a killer. I mean, we're not working well as a government. My friend Sam Jetajo again. He said no president can say that he cannot stop Galamsey. Galamsey can be stopped in 3 months or 3 weeks. 3 months quite too much. My own venerable Sam George, vintage Sam George, in his natural self, came to speak nonsense. What are they doing now? They are quiet now. They are in government. Instead of them to do what is right, they said we should not talk about it.
I mentioned that. I mentioned that. Please, I'd want you to not use.
No. Because what is true is true. What is false is false.
Yes, but
I am telling you,
words cannot be used.
No, because
in this conversation.
You see, the point is that these guys came out to even lie about President Akufo-Addo. Young people, my brother.
What lie?
Look at the kind of words that Sam George was talking about, saying about Akufo-Addo and Bamia. You heard it. I can't say those things.
No, those can be said on other platforms. But
I can't repeat. No. Even I can't even repeat it because the president's my father. I can't repeat it.
So if,
is working. If you have a young man, somebody who has not even seen anything before. I mean, just you have not even done anything but for politics. You come out to insult people like Akufo-Addo. I mean, people like Akufo-Addo. Come on, someone like Sam George. A mere people like person like that.
No. He's a member of parliament, just as yourself.
So
you cannot.
So if you're a member of parliament, then we should talk about it.
He represents a
I don't care, my brother. I don't care.
No. So you cannot.
I am just telling you that he looked at Akufo-Addo and used certain words at him. Akufo-Addo, who can be his grandfather?
Okay.
He said all those things, and the media, I mean journalists then, they didn't even correct him. They were even hailing him.
So the
CSOs, they were hailing him. Some pastors, men of God, they were making him elders in their church.
Thank you very much.
Some men of God were making somebody like Sam George elder.
Michael Chibefi, we are not in the church.
Come on.
It is their decision. Whatever they want to do.
And they said we should talk about it.
They'll do with
we
that.
will talk about it
Michael
today.
Chibefi, thank you very much
tomorrow,
for coming.
Next day.
Thank you very much for coming.
My pleasure, sir.
He is member of parliament for the people of New Joburg South. And many thanks for watching the show. It's a pleasure coming your way always. Log on to our website, www.metrotvonline.com for more news. We're back at 7 p.m. with the news tonight. Do enjoy the rest of our programs. My name is Desmond Okrekudaso. Bye-bye.
Why you there? Wallahi, today you go give me my money.
Oh, my guy, what's up? Oba un 17 and baby. Scano saying. 500 cities per.
I see. Level don't change. But to show me the way.
But there's some sorry, Amanua. Talk to babe.
¿Quieres ganar dinero?
Huh?
Cash, cash.
Yes, cash.
Let me show you the easy way to make money with one shot.
Visit the Wanna Own website at wannaown.us. Sign up with your